Thank you, Mr. Jones. I acknowledge the ministers of the cabinet, the speaker, certainly the leader or the acting leader of the opposition, members of the Senate, to obviously the stars of the occasion, which are the Somerset and St. George's members and team, as well as their presidents, to the Team Bermuda contestants, and also to those who have been shortlisted for the top model who are here representing, as well as all of you ladies and gentlemen. I started the week in a wonderful way. I went to the St. Paul's AME Emancipation Celebration, which had the presidents of the clubs there. It was a wonderful start. But when I thought about what I should say tonight, I was at a meeting today, and it was about our tourism brand. And they said there are 3 elements that we should have to be game changers. That is being classic, modern, with a twist. And that seemed to me to typify what Cup Match represents. It's got something very special about it, the special Bermuda spirit. Everybody is in a happy mode. We're in a feel-good mode. Politics takes very much a back seat. And what we want to do is celebrate. Celebrate our teams, celebrate our spirit, celebrate those we are prepared to support. And I said for the first time as Premier, I said this issue of being neutral is for the birds. So yesterday I went to church in red. I said, look, I have some legacy issues, and it's about time that I started to show my colors. It's okay to be neutral every other time, but Cup Match is about showing your colors and being prepared to stand out boldly and fearlessly in terms of supporting the team you want to see win. Now, what does that mean about winning, though? What I think is special about Cup Match, really, is the sense of fair play. We saw some fabulous cricket last year. We saw young people who were put in the team and who showed that they have what it takes. I expect this year we're going to see that again. And really, despite my support for Somerset, I am going to go and look forward to seeing good cricket played by both teams. And I expect that they will deliver, and we should have a first-class, exciting game with a decision. So I want to welcome you here tonight. I want to thank you all for coming. And I now want to turn to the Minister for Sports so that he can do the necessary. But enjoy this Cup Match time, enjoy what it means about celebrating community, and let's enjoy some good cricket.
In the finest of Cup Match traditions, when we actually, put that line straight down the middle of the sand, and you're either blue and blue or you're red and blue. The unfortunate thing is that I am just so conflicted. But I figured out how to work this thing out, because from the youngest of ages, I think my first Cup Match was in St. George's. And I attended as a Somerset Cup Match fan because my mother and my father was for Somerset. And so I just always felt the affinity for Somerset. And then my son, who is fortunate, I don't know how he did the 86 line on Saturday. I thought he was just a bit too old. But he had tried out a few years in a row, invited to Somerset to play for Somerset. Like I think Lee Rayner and Alvin Rayner had done many years ago. And they didn't pick him. And then the infinite wisdom of Wendell Smith and Charlie Marshall invited him to St. George's. And he made it on one trial. So now I'm in this very juxtaposed position. So I was talking with Greg Maybury Sr. just a few moments ago. And I said, Greg, listen, nobody's seen young Greg this season play in Bermuda. So if you could just put a little bug in his ear and tell him when the Blakely is out there in the middle of the crease, take it easy. But outside of that, I don't know. I am a Somerset supporter. Premier, you put me in the spot. But when Glenn bets, I got to be for him until he gets out. I got to be for St. George's. So St. George's, if you tell him to just stay at the wicket and the runs will come, maybe you'll have a fan here with me. But in the truest tradition, I'm just so happy that we have, as a result of our, I suppose, recognition of emancipation and what it means to the entire country as we have evolved over the last 100+ years into the finest tradition of cricket and a picnic. We'll all be enjoying all of the amenities at Somerset Cricket Club, And I know Alfred Maybury, the president of Somerset Cricket Club, works as hard as does Neil Painter, the president of St. George's Cricket Club. So I would like to wish both cricket clubs the very best on both cup match days. Ensure that you play hard but fair. I would expect the epitome of sportsmanship to be shown in respecting the game of cricket, which is known as the gentleman's game. And I think if we do that in the spirit of friendly rivalry, we can be at odds on the day in the spirit of emancipation and the finest game that we celebrate during our summer here in Bermuda, culminating with our annual emancipation celebration through cup match. So I would take this opportunity without further ado to wish each and every one of the 22 players and the reserves that will be contesting that highly prized trophy on the days of cup match to give it your all, and also pay respects to the fans. The fans who attend cup match play a most important role in supporting either team, and they also bring with them the kind of atmosphere that makes it all worthy of the training, the commitment, the sacrifice of family that it takes during every season to acquit yourselves to be selected among those 22 players. So you must take your hats off to the fans, and I know you will do, in providing great entertainment through the sport of cricket. So congratulations to both teams and all players chosen. Congratulations to both presidents of both Somerset and St. George's for the commitment you have to this wonderful tradition of ours here in Bermuda. And on the day, may the best team win. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. The protocol already been established. First, I'd like to welcome everyone to here tonight, as you have been said already. But with all due respect, Madam Premier, I would expect you to take a side. Because if there's anyone who's sitting on the fence in reference to cup match, then they don't need to be coming cup match. You need to be for either Somerset or St. George's. So thank you for being honest. Which I already knew. First, let me say, but I love having a Somerset Premier here. You know why? Because we always win when there's one here. So there's a good omen for us. So they're a good luck piece. But on a serious note, I would just like to say, to everyone, please come to cup match. Let's enjoy it. To the players, you're on show. You're the showpiece for the day. So you need to respect that tradition and go with it. To the players of Somerset, I'm not going to say that I wish you the best in a victory, but I do wish you the best in putting out your best and making a great game for it. Because I truly believe that cup match, as I've always said, is our single most anticipated and celebrated holiday in Bermuda. To me, it is emancipation, not only from slavery, but just from the day-to-day grinds that we go through on a daily basis. And it's the one single thing in our island that brings us together, irregardless of our race, our social, whatever's going on socially, our political sides that we stand on, we come together as one. So on behalf of St. George's Cricket Club, its officers, members, and players, we just hope that you have a safe and happy cup match. Thank you.
Rodney Trott, Kyle Hutzel, Colt, Stephen Kelly, Jason Anderson, Lateef Trott, Anias Bascom, Justin Pitcher, McCray Crockwell, Freddie Gibbons, Colt, Delray Rollins, Jason Pinocchio. That's everyone.
Well, hang on.
We only need 10 this year for Somerset.
Lionel Can, go ahead. Please get your award too. A round of applause for the St. George's Cricket Club captain.
Yes, good evening all. Just to correct him, I'm the honorary president of Summers Cricket Club. In my 8 years as president, as always, it's always a pleasure to see everyone out tonight. The players, congratulations to all those that were selected. I just hope we have a nice, exciting match like we did in St. George's last year. I think it relieved the tension for a lot of folks. Even though Summers had lost, everybody was biting their nails at 7:30, looking to see who was going to win. Mr. Ken, who seems to be a thorn on our side, held the team through and guided his team to victory. And he's captain this year, so I know he put out his best. But Summers have picked up for a team, and hopefully we can win up the West End this year. And I hope to see many of you and your friends out for the day, and have a wonderful cup match weekend. Thank you.
Evening, everyone. The protocol already established. First of all, I would like to thank government for putting on this absolute gorgeous function. You guys show tremendous dedication to us players every year, recognizing us, gives us a chance to mingle with influential people in our society and former players. Also, I'd like to thank Somerset Committee for putting the faith in me to lead this team again for another year. I can't believe we're here again. It seemed like a long time ago that I was in front of this podium talking, but from last year, when Titcan hit the final runs for victory, I have been thinking of ways to win this year. So I have been thinking for a year, and I'm glad that I could finally start putting some of those thoughts into play on Thursday and Friday. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce my team. We have Malachi Jones, first of all, vice captain. Gennaro Tucker, Mr. Cup Match. Jacoby Robinson. Chris Douglas. Stephen Otterbridge. Taryn Frey. Derek Bringman. Kamal Leverock. Trey Mendes, Colt. Greg Mabry, Colt. And last but not least, our reserves, Marcus Johnson. Justin Corday. And Shaquille Jones.
And I get to say Jacun Edness.
Yes, sir.
Jacun, why don't you stay there for a second and we'll invite Lionel back over to get a picture together with the